Alright, so today we're going to be doing a tier list. This time we're going to do starter trios. We're going to have 5 tiers. We have the God tier in the red, great tier in the orange, good tier, yellow is orange, mid, yellow, and then trash, green. I know opposite. And also, we're going to be doing every starter trio, which means we're going to do the baby evolution, middle stage, and the final stage. So we're going to get the whole trifecta, all of them. Without further ado, let's get right into the video. Alright, starting off with Bulbasaur, Charmander, Squirtle. The baby stages, realistically, let's be honest, God tier. I'm not even, no BS. All of them are viable, even Charmander, but really, it's the weakest link, even though it's the fan favorite, and it has the best Mega Charizard Y, that is. X, probably the same par as, probably worse than Mega Venusaur. Mega Blast was the worst. But we're not talking about that. We're talking about this trio. The babies, all of them are competent, good, and they all do their job. That's when they're God tier. We got Wartortle, Ivysaur, and then Charmander. Charmeleon. Wow, I messed up. Design wise, we're gonna go through design, looks, and how strong they are, obviously. But they're basically all the same BST. So I'll put them in great. Nostalgia is there for sure. I use every single one of those starters. All of them been good. Charmeleon probably the less. Wartortle, I like Ivysaur the most. I'm biased. I am biased. Don't deny that. But I like all of them. They all deserve to be in great. Not a single one deserves to be good. And then obviously this is God. I mean, how many gods we're gonna have, I have no idea. But this is just a tier list. And also the tiers within the tier don't matter at all. Charizard, Venusaur, and Blastoise all have great megas that helps them put them on the top over a hump. And also, Charizard has 2. Blastoise, Mega Launcher ability, and then Venusaur Chlorophyll. I mean, or the ability that it has on this Mega is decent enough. All of them have great designs, and I can't say much. And then the Mega's obviously a god too. Yeah. Now we're gonna go to Gen 2, Johto. Totodile, my most favorite, least favorite Chikorita. I know, but I'll put him in good. I like 2 of them a lot, but I don't like Chikorita that much. Maybe, yeah, I don't like it that much. I do like Totodile though. But the mid stages, I'll put him in great. Hot take, I'll put him in great. Design wise, I'll say the worst is Crocodile, but Bayleaf and Quilava, and Crocodile's not that far behind. The most useful one I will say in that generation is probably Totodile. I picked in Heart Gold Soul Silver my first playthrough. I played Totodile. Crocodile helped me a lot through the mid game, and then for Alligator, he did wonders at the near Price, Claire, even Jasmine too. Quilava also could do the same thing, but it runs into some walls, and obviously Bayleaf, you know Bayleaf does probably the worst starter you can pick at that point, probably. Even though it's decent against Price, decent against Jasmine, not really because she's a Steel type, the Steelix, but yeah, it's all right. And then the final stages, I'll put him also in great. I don't think he deserves God, even though I like Typhlosion. I'm watching you. For Alligator, and then Meganium brings it down. If Meganium was like a part fairy type or a part, maybe, I don't know. If it had a secondary typing, maybe do wonders. But hopefully the next games that come out does Meganium justice. I don't hate Meganium. It's just it doesn't do nothing for me. It doesn't have any pizzazz. The design is mid too. Should have kept the thing on the leaf on his head. Now the Gen 3 starters, baby stage, I'll put them in God tier easily. They all deserve God tier. All of them. Mudkip, my favorite. Blaziken, well, Torchic, I like him too. Trico, like him too. Picked all of them. Use all of them. All of them really good. Torchic, maybe not the best in the beginning of the game, but it gets better throughout the game. Good against Norman. Maybe not ideal against Winona. Maybe not ideal against Juan or Wallace. And it still does work for sure. And also, they're just baby stages, so I really can't say much. Middle stage, I'll put them in great. I'll put them in great. Actually, I'll put them in great. I'll put them in God tier 2. You know what? While I'm here, I'm gonna put the final stage as God tier 2. They're all God tier. The Gen 3 starters as a whole, the middle stage, the final stage, the beginning stage, they're all amazing Pokemon. All of them are amazing. All of them are good options. You cannot go wrong with a single option there. I better not hear. None of them are options because they're all good options. Blaziken, firefighting type, water ground type, amazing typing. Firefighting, good offensive typing, I will say. And then Sceptile, pure grass, fine, but they all get megas. So it's Grass Dragon with Lightning Rod, decent, good ability. Could have been better. I mean, you already quad resist electric anyways, but it's fine. All the starters deserve all the praise, especially in Omega Ruby Sapphire. Those games are easy. Compared to Emerald, those games are easy, and those starters just trampled through the entire game, to be honest. You could honestly solo the game with, Swampert. That's how good he is. Swampert, you could solo the game. As long as you don't counter a grass type, fine. Or have coverage for that grass type at least. Chimchar, Piplup, and then Turtwig, I'll put them in great. I would like them put on God, but there's too many people in God. I might have to fix a tier list because there's too many people in God. Chimchar, Generation 1, Fire Starters, the first gym, or Gen 3, Rock. You're going into Rock immediately. Probably not the best pick, but you're close to Monferno at that point. And then Piplup, good option. Turtwig, good option. Second gym, well, if you even have a baby at the second gym, Chimchar is going to Gardenia. Piplup, not so much. Probably the worst option, but it's fine. They cancel out. First, second, third, they all cancel out. Turtwig, same thing there. And then in the middle stages, I will put them also in great. And in the final stages, I'll put them in God tier. God tier deserves them. Grotto, Prinplup, design-wise, maybe a little bit left to desire. And then Monferno, probably the best design there. But it's not all about design, it's about how they battle. The middle stage starters, they put in work. Especially Monferno literally just puts in a lot of work. So you have those starters until level 36. Basically the 4th gym leader. Or 5th. Well, actually the 4th gym leader. Yeah, 4th gym leader. You're going to have a baby stage. Alright. We're coming. We're going to have them at 36. And then the middle stage, going to have to deal until Fantina. Grotto, at that point, is good against Crash Awake. Decent against Maylene. Against Gardenia because of Rose Raid. And the first gym is good. Piplup, work good. Maylene, fine. Crash Awake, fine. Fantina, better than fine. And then Monferno, bad against Crash Awake, that's it. And then Rourke. And then final stages, let's get to the final stages. Final stages, past Gym 5, Fantina. We have Baron. Guy's a pushover, complete pushover. You don't even need to worry about that guy at all. He poses no threat. And also Candace, forgot about her. Ice type gym leader, Steel type gym leader, and you have a electric type, which Monferno doesn't really care about at that point. Honestly, you could say the same about Torterra. Torterra is not that bad either. Empoleon's not the worst option. Probably against Faulkner, the worst option, but it's really good against Baron and is really good against Candace. All of them great options. Gen 5, good. I'll put the babies in good. They really, none of them stand out to me. The Pokemon stand out to me the most is probably Tepig. It depends on what game you picking, but the sequels, Tepig is good. Roxanne, Roxy, you got Berg, you got Charon to begin with, and then Oshawott, decent against Charon, fine, and then Lenora, Gen 2, And then Gym 1 in that game is Crash Out worthy. It is Crash Out worthy, to be honest. You get the chefs. Lenore's like, I don't even remember. Is she like level 20? I think Lenore was like level 20 in that game, in the originals. Which basically means you're going to have the second stages at that point, I think. Second stages, I'll put them in, honestly, mid. I'm being honest. I'm not even sounds like I'm bashing them kind of, because that's the only person I put in mid so far. But a little left to be desired. I'm being honest. The best Pokemon in that trio right there is probably Pignite. That's my first one I picked. I'm being biased, but yet again, it's the only one with the dual typing. Firefighting, I know, for like a couple times in a row now, but this generation does it really good, just like Gen 4. It thrives in this generation. Least Pokemon you should be caring about is probably Duat, because there are plenty of water types, especially in the sequels. Compared to the originals, you're only limited to the over 150 Pokemon that you get in the originals, because you only get Gen 5 Pokemon only. Servine, fine. It's whatever. It's better than Bayleaf. Maybe. This is like the same level. And in the final stages, I'll put them in good. Emboar, again, the best Pokemon you could pick at that point. It has the most coverage. I think Samurai has the least amount of coverage. Superior, I don't know that much, but I know Superior's special ability is amazing. You're gonna have them. The sequels, you're gonna have them in Bashalton Gym, aka Skyla, and then the originals, you're gonna have them around Bryson, Ice Type Gym Leader. At that point, I mean, Samurai is just not a tank. They're not really tanks. Samurai is decent bulk, not good. Emboar bulk, more on the defensive side, but it is slow. It is more on the defensive side, but it's slow. Superior, not that slow, but it doesn't really stand out in much stats besides like what special attack. Yeah, that's it for that. Gen 6. Okay, the games are easy, I know, but the starters, I'll put them in good. They deserve to be good. I don't think they're trash, even though Froakie's really carrying them. Fennekin's not the worst option. Chespin, just Chespin. Middle Sage, I'll put them in mid. Actually, I'm so close to putting them trash. Same thing for the Gen 5. Like Gen 5, at this point in the game, I would say they're about the same. I would say one better than the other, but they're about the same. It's just different games, different gym leaders, different trainers, all that, whatever. Braixen, alright. It's alright. And then Quilladin, come on. It's Quilladin. So middle stages, you're going to have them at Grant, and you're going to not have them anymore when you get to Clemont, Lumio City, Electric Type Gym Leader. I mean, they're like alright. Frogadier is decent into that. Braixen's kind of terrible. Decent against Aurora, and that's about it. Really, that's about it. And then you have the Fighting Type Gym Leader after that. Frogadier's okay. Quilladin's weak against Hawlucha. You really don't want that battle matchup. Braixen's whatever. It's alright. I think it has maybe learn Psychic Move at that point. And then the Grass type Gym Leader after that. Braixen's amazing to that. Frogadier not so much, but you're not going to be using only one Pokemon. And then at that point, you're going to have the final stage after that, which I'm going to put him in, I don't know. I really want to put him in Great, only because of two Pokemon. Chestnut's holding him down. Chestnut is just a defense tank. No special defense. It's slow. Frogadier, fast. Parental we know about that already. Protein. And then Delphox, Magician's special ability. And then, oh yeah, forgot to mention, Chestnut is bulletproof, which basically means any projectile moves, like bullet seeds, stuff like that, it just does it. It's immune to that. Magician's useless. I'm pretty sure just I think it just switches items, something like that. It's something like that. I think Hoopa Unbound also has the same ability. I think, but I don't know where regular Hoopa. Water Dark is a good offensive typing, decent defensively decent. Fire Psychic, it's offensive typing, and then Grass Fighting. I don't know. It's a lot of weaknesses. You guys are gonna hate me if I put in good though. Oh, the Megas. Don't really know about the Megas. Then we have Blaziken. Oh, you already know about that, you too. Now we have the Gen 7 starters. I'll put them in great. Hot take, I don't know if it is or not. But I think Popplio's underrated. Rowlet, fan favorite starter probably. The most terrifying starter is probably Litten. It's because it's Incineroar. But Litten against the trial captain. So Rowlet, first trial in the original games. None of them really. It doesn't really matter which one you pick, honestly. The second trial though is the water type one. You gotta go against Wishy-Washy, and you're gonna have the second stage at that point. So we're gonna talk about the second stage. I'm gonna put him in. I'll put him in great for now. I was thinking about good. The trial captain. Well, you got the rock type one at that point, and then you have the dark type trial captain after that. The Kahuna. They're gonna have the final stage at that point. So the trial 2 captain. 2 of them are good. Torracat, not the best option. Not the best. It's fine because Torracat. It's alright. If you over level, you shouldn't get your final stage until the Mimikyu trial. You shouldn't get your final stage. So you're gonna have a lot of middle stage. You got the grass type one, the Lurantis, the Vikavolt one. Torracat's good into both. Not so much Dartrix, and then Brion's fine. And then the fire one, the Salazzle and Marowak. Well, Salazzles. Brion's also good there. Dartrix not so much, because they already quad resist your attacks, your stab attacks. You know you're flying type 2, part flying. That means you're probably decent until Lurantis. Vikavolt, not so much. Final stages, though, I'll put them in God. Hot take or not, I think all of them are pretty good. They're all their hidden abilities are good. Long reach for Decidueye, Intimidate for Incineroar, obviously, and then pretty sure Liquid Voice for Primarina. Correct me if I'm wrong. It changes normal type moves into stab. Basically turns into stab. Water. Liquid Voice. All of them are pretty good. Dual typings. All of them dual typings as well. Grass Ghost. Surprisingly enough, decent defensive typing. Decent. Offensive wise, not so bad. Incineroar, good all around. Good defensive typing. And then Primarina, Fairy. First Fairy starter, I believe, at this point. Good. And then, yeah, at that point, all of them doesn't even really matter which one you pick, because all of them are gonna be doing damage. Como-O, Decidueye is immune to the fighting type attacks. Incineroar probably has the worst matchup for sure, because it's dark. But I digress now. What was I gonna put them? The starters in this mid. I'm gonna go fast with these. These don't matter. Mid. And then these are good. Rillaboom, I will say Rillaboom's the best. Without the hidden abilities, the worst. They're good. I'll put them at good. I know I'm disrespecting them, but I don't really like this generation that much. Rillaboom's my favorite. Inteleon, Sniper special ability, hidden ability. Libero for Cinderace. They all have good hidden abilities. Don't get it messed up. Competitive wise, I'll put them in great. Competitive wise, I'll put them in great. You know what? I'm gonna do that. I'm talking too much into it. I'll put them in great. I know it's a hot take because I really don't like Intel them that much either. Their Gigantic Maxes are good too. I'll give them that. Their signature ones are good. I'll put them in good. I'll put these in great. I actually got tier. They got the Hisuian ones. I mean, I already explained these already, kinda. The starters. I'll put them in good. For the region, it doesn't really matter which one you pick, honestly. Oshawott, probably the worst one you could pick. If you want the most fun out of the game, I guess you pick the other two. I picked Cyndaquil for some reason. Because I didn't pick Typhlosion when I picked Heart and Gold, Soul Silver, Johto. The mid, I mean, they're good. And then the final stages, I'll put them in great. I like how they have unique moves. I forgot to mention that about Gen 6. They have unique special moves, you know. Samurats, at least spikes on the ground. Decidueyes and then Typhlosions do some sort of effect similar to Samurats. Some secondary effects. They're great. I can't really say much about them. They're great. Now, Gen 9 starters. Sorry, I kind of rushed through those. The Gen 8 starters, realistically, you have a bad matchup until the first 3 gyms. No, regardless of anything, the middle stages don't really bring you much. All single typings. They don't really stand out. They really don't stand out. But the final stages puts them over the top, cause you need them. You need them. Okay, now we're gonna go into the honestly Gen 9 starters. I'll put them in good. I'll put them in good. Middle stages, I'll put them mid. I'll put the middle stages in mid. They deserve mid. And then the final stages, I'll put them in great. I'll put them in great. I'll put them in great. I like the designs of the final stages. Also the ones in Gen 8. The middle stage ones are okay. Bipedal Cat, fine. Dancing Duck, fine. Our Crocodile that has an egg on his head, a sombrero, fine. Then they can sing. The final stages though, all pretty usable and competitive, I will say. Protein for Meow. What was it? Skeledirge is unaware. Abilities are fine. And then Moxie for Quaquaval, it's fine. Quaquaval, I don't know. I like all of them. Honestly, design wise, I think they're all pretty decent, pretty good design wise. Even though the cat is kind of, they're all. I don't hate the dancing duck. I don't hate the singing croc. I don't hate the magician cat. Kind of reminds me of Delphox a little bit, but it's fine. Realistically, I will keep the tiers like this. Probably. I'll probably move down. See, I feel forced to keep it the Greninja, the Gen 6 final stages in the great tier because of Greninja. Because if I don't, I will put them in good. Let's just say I will put them in good. I'll put the other 2 starters in good. I'll put Greninja in God. That's why they're in great. I wouldn't bump down the Gen 8 starters to good. I probably would have to do that, honestly. If I want more balance, I'll probably put them in good. Mid, none of them are trash. Maybe I'm being too kind, but I don't think none of the starters are really trash. Trash, like unusable trash. Like I'm talking about, you didn't put them in a PC box on purpose because they're trash. Intentionally put them in there. But that's pretty much my tier list. Let me know if you agree with anything. Let me know if you disagree with anything. Without further ado, have a good day and peace out.